You all know that I repeatedly make claims on this channel that the black culture is nothing but trash now, and it's filled with a bunch of feces that is running rampant all up and down and through it. Let me ask y'all a question. When did it become okay? When do you think it became okay? Is there a moment in time that you can really dial in on and think back to where it became okay to disrespect our greats? When did it become okay to disrespect history and culture? Real culture, not the shit that y'all be doing today. This is not culture. When did it become cool to disgrace heroes? Like it's nothing. Everything is a joke to y'all. You take nothing serious, which is why y'all don't never get nowhere. Y'all don't take nothing serious enough to ever be taken seriously yourselves. And then you sit back and question why the world never does anything for you or looks at you as competition. Instead, they look at you as food. It's the fact that y'all never take anything serious is the reason why the world never ever considers you all to be at the top of anything, or at the helm of anything, or leaders of anything. It's so egregiously sad what we've actually turned ourselves into as a culture, and we just sit by and let it happen and wither away, and the culture continues to die a little bit more. And in its place, we have all this other bullshit taking the YNs, the sexy reds, the Ice Spices of the world, the Sukihanas of the world, of the culture. That's what the culture is now. So earlier tonight, I was, scrolling through my feed on Instagram, and I came across something that was it was very, 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 very disproportionate to my soul. It was very, how shall I say, distasteful doesn't do it justice. It was very disturbing. Here, let me show you. So earlier, we came across this picture here and Sexy Red posted this, and I'm assuming she posted this on Dr. King's born day. It was either on his born day or after his born day. And it's a picture of her standing there looking crazy and insidious as hell. And she's standing there in a picture with Dr. King, who, by the way, has children that are alive. And one of them responded to this picture, and we're going to go through it right now. Bernice King ended up seeing this picture. It got back to her, and she responded as she should. She says, "This is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who was not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. Please delete." Period. I don't know how this culture, I don't know how people do anything without considering the other side of it. Before I had ever posted anything like this, I certainly would have considered how this would be taken and how this would affect the people that are still alive, that are a part of his legacy. Certainly. I do that now with people that aren't famous or aren't well known. I just do it because it's the human thing to do. It's the right thing to do, to consider others' families, to consider others' loved ones, to consider others that might hold some type of valuable opinion about the person that you're talking about. Even when I make videos on here, on YouTube, about specific people that have done something, I try to be as respectful as I can while calling out the bullshit. Because I do understand that there are still people that are attached to their loved ones who have passed on. How do we not consider that as a culture? When did it become funny to post shit like this online? I do want to get to her response before we continue, because Sexy Red responded. But let me remind you of who Sexy Red is. Knowing who you are and what you represent in this culture, why would you think it was okay to post up a picture of you photoshopped with the late great Dr. King? You really think that you should be standing anywhere in a photo with him, with what you represent? Here, let's read some of her lyrics. This is from her viral record, Get It Sexy. Okay. And this is also why a lot of female rappers are trash. There's probably like maybe 3 or 4 of them out there that are actually really good. But let's go over her lyrics, shall we? Slim thick, caramel skin, 5'5", this bitch is a 10, hair done, bills paid, catch me sliding in the Benz. I ain't looking for no man, ain't recruiting no new friends, Louis bags filled with bands, go on sexy, do your dance. Boy, you know this ass super fat, I ain't lying though, fuck me good, I'm throwing that shit back, I'm his favorite hoe, he wanna kiss me all over my tats. I'm so fucking sexy, they attack all these niggas on go. Feeling myself cause I know that I'm that, yeah bitch, I'm go. Riding through St. Louis in a scat, and I can't go slow. Bust down middle part and I got it black. I'm a big fine hoe, walking through the club looking like a snack. Let's read some more lyrics. Here, let's go back to where it all started. I'm out of town, thuggin' with my rounds. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing, nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Love my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dig a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. I'm out here in Miami, looking for the hoochie daddies, or the niggas that get ratchet. My son need a new pappy. Too many bitches, where the niggas at? I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. Yeah, you know them dreadheads do it the best. Again, why would you, Sexy Red, ever think that it was okay to post up a picture with the late great Dr. King and then say afterwards, oh, I didn't mean no harm by it? Here, let's get to her response, because she does respond. So Sexy Red responds after Bernice King comments and tells her to please delete. She says, you ain't wrong. Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. Just reposted something I saw that I thought was innocent. I call bullshit on that, because how in the fuck did you think it was innocent, knowing what you represent and what Dr. King represented? You know the type of message that sends. There's nothing good to come out of that. But throw rocks, hide your hands, cool. She apologized, whatever, we'll let it go, right? So Bernice saw her apology and accepted it. Let's see what she says. She says, thank you for your apology, which I sincerely accept. Please know that it was not my intention that you be denigrated. I value you as a human being. I hope you understand my concerns about the image. I know that my father has become a bit of a caricature to the world, and that his image is often used with no regard to his family, his sacrificial work, or to the tragic, unjust way in which he died, a state-sanctioned assassination. Unfortunately, I regularly challenge the disregard. I earnestly wish that people would imagine what it would feel like to see their deceased, murdered father repurposed for party flyers, unjust legislation, etc. All the best to you, young lady. Man, Jesus Christ. An immense amount of respect for this woman. Have you ever seen pain in writing before? I think this is what it looks like. I think this is what it looks like. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hey, she checked her so elegantly. So elegantly. She checked her in the most gracious. You want to know what grace looks like? This is grace. That's grace. She extended her the most respectful form of grace that she could. And then still wished her well. And it didn't come off as if she was being snarky about it either. I think she really does wish her well. Even with the total disregard of her father. And I want to highlight something here, back here in this paragraph where she says, I hope you understand my concerns about the image. I know that my father has become a bit of a character to the world. That part right there really strikes home. You know why? Because I recall another social media influencer named B. Simone having a dumbass discussion with one of her girlfriends on her stupid-ass podcast where she was sitting up there talking about Dr. King wasn't a great man. Now, remember that? No? Here, let me see if I can find it.
What is more important, the perception of how we see a thing or what that thing really is? And I'm going to give you an example.
What the thing really is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that we see that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I think, ooh, no, move.
What's more important? Because that is the reality of the fact. He was a great man who knew God's word, who led people to freedom. He was cheating on his wife. That is a fact. So what is more important? Is it more important that we see him as that man who gave that amazing speech on that amazing day and led amazing people to freedom? Or is it important that we know, or is it important that we knew both?
I think it's both.
But that's hindsight. That's hindsight. You see what I'm saying?
Reality is more important. I think reality is important.
But
reality,
to you, but truth, what's more important to the overall picture?
Fucking perception.
Thank you. It's more important
to me because outside of Martin Luther King, let me give you an example. He's a great father. He's a great father. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur.
He's such a boss.
He's such a boss.
He's a boss.
Look at that man. He's a boss.
Look at him.
He's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
Look at him. He's a great father. He's a boss. He's a strong black man.
Look at him posting his wife. Look at him.
Look at him.
On date night. Look at him.
But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. You're not a good communicator. You don't value her feelings. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man, a great father, a great leader in any aspect? You're not a...
All right, that's enough. That's enough of that bullshit. The most terrible part about this and the cringiest thing about it was that these two hoes thought they was cooking. They really sat up here with all of the audacity in the world, having experienced every bit of preferential treatment, every bit of freedom, every bit of wealth, every bit of financial gain, all at the hands of one man who, again, fought for you to have this platform, the very platform that you're sitting on, denigrating him for now. It's crazy to me. It's insane to me. I don't know how anybody looked at this and was like, yeah, this is somebody who we should continue to support. This is somebody who we can look up to as inspirational, which is what she tries to be all the time. She tries to be inspirational. But the greatest thing that you've ever been known for is being on Instagram, having skits with Desi, and being bald head. Then she tried to be slick and say, oh, taking it off of Dr. Martin Luther King. Yet then she went and circled right back around and named all the things that he was a representative of. And then you question this man's leadership because you said that he cheated on his wife. So who's a better leader? You then? I'm done. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.
You're not great.
You're a liar.
Not great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
So that's my point.
You're not great.
So I posted this.
You're not great.
The other.
God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? How are you a good father and you don't respect who brought them into this world?
Carried them.
You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human.
What the fuck are you talking about?